You are with your students every day. You are with your students every week throughout the year, and one of the most important things that you can do is to develop a cadre of formative assessment techniques so that you can monitor and evaluate what your students are learning. There are a lot of new tools that are available to you where you can very quickly gather data, organize and evaluate that data, and even report that data so that you have empirical evidence to show you how your students are performing. Teachers have always used formative assessments. You've asked questions, you've looked over the results of different quizzes, but now with technology you're able to gather that and amalgamate that data so much quicker. And so there's a couple examples that I'd like to share of how you might be able to use technology to support formative assessments. One of them is handheld devices. Handheld devices are really interesting because there are some software packages that you can put in there where you can go through and do a quick monitoring assessment of students, of an entire class of students in a few minutes. Take your handheld, plug it in, and see a graph of how well all of your students did. It can also plug into your gradebook so that you get a score. You can then plug that gradebook into a student information system so when that parent gets home at night, they can download or they can go up to your classroom website and see how their kids did that day. Classroom response systems have become very popular. They are small handheld devices that look a little bit like remote controls, and they've gone from very simple 4 to 6 button devices to ones where you actually have full text entry. We live with kids who text all the time. And so you can use these devices for gathering formative assessment of kids at any time in your lesson. You can provide structured assessments at the beginning of a classroom as a pre-assessment before you're going into a new topic. You can use them to check homework to see if kids understood what was going on. And all this is beamed anonymously, or confidentially at least, to your computer where you're tracking all that data.